Hello, and welcome back to Monday Diaries, week 17. If you're new here, Monday Diaries is a series where I share raw weekly updates such that you and I can learn more about ourselves and how we can live a more fulfilling life. Let's jump straight into the key wins and challenges for the week. Last time, I was mentioning how much I was struggling to balance everything and how outside of work, I had zero momentum and was really struggling to get off the start line this year. Last week, I was under the assumption that I was going to have to sacrifice certain areas of my life to be able to get progress going again in my personal goals. Fortunately, I really don't feel like this was the case. Not only did I have a great week with my friends and loved ones, but I made it to the gym 5 days and I got a lot of momentum going again on my personal projects and goals. So striking this balance was my win for the week. To get my momentum back on projects outside of work, I was continuing to work on my Premier League prediction model. This is a machine learning model that I developed that tries to forecast the Premier League standings at the end of the season using all of the information up to the current date. One piece of data that I was having a tough time visualizing was the predicted finishing trends for each team throughout the season. And this is what I chose to work on outside of work last week, and I made significant progress. While I was successfully able to get my momentum back on my personal projects, I learned a key lesson in why I had so much success devoting appropriate time to my health and relationships too, and that is that I had a lot of fun along the way. One of the things I mentioned in my video recapping 2024 and previewing 2025 was my desire to continue to work out socially. And by combining these two areas of my life, health and relationships, I've been able to use my time more efficiently and dedicate time towards both these areas simultaneously. But life's not all about being efficient. Part of what made this so successful is how much fun I've been having working out. Last fall, I started getting into rock climbing, and this is, of course, a very social activity. But the other part of it has been in the gym itself doing CrossFit style workouts. My workout partner and I discovered that they have a whiteboard up every day listing out a workout that includes the warm up and cool down. And this takes a significant mental burden away from you having to plan the workout. But the big part of this is it's a much harder workout than I would typically plan for myself. And the level of bonding that you can achieve by doing hard things with people is second to none. And this is what made working out so much fun last week. I fortunately don't have any challenges to share from last week. I'm looking forward to continuing to focus on getting my momentum back by putting the finishing touches on what I was working on with my Premier League prediction model and potentially getting back into some writing. A new section that I'd like to add to this series is one where I share my stats for the week. So if you noticed during my year in review video, I shared a rating 1 to 3 in the different areas of my life, how I felt like I did that year. At a previous point in my life, I was recording these stats every week, and I'd like to resume that here. I'd also like to document the number of hours spent in a deep work state, as one of my goals for the year is to spend more time in a deep work state. So last week I rated health a 2. The only reason this wasn't a 3 is because I felt that my sleep health wasn't great, which I'm hoping to fix this week. I rated wealth a 2 as well, and this is largely because I got to spend so much time working on my personal projects and getting my momentum back. And relationships were easily a 3. I had a great week with my friends and people that I love. And I spent 5.5 hours in a deep work state this week. That being said, I have two areas that I'm focusing on next week. One, I just mentioned, which is continuing to work on getting my momentum back in my personal projects. And second is to get back to good sleep habits. And the main issue that I was having is waking up in the morning and laying in bed for a very long time. I found that the hours before my day job are some of the best times to get in an hour of deep work. So, to try and make the most of this time, I've started getting in the habit of going outside for a quick walk when I wake up. This is effective for two reasons. The first is that it helps set your circadian rhythm, seeing sunlight early in the morning, which will help you wake up the next morning. And second, it gets the blood flowing and gives you some endorphins to make the first part of your day feel really good. With all of my current focus on trying to balance health, wealth, and relationships, I'd like to share a quote from a book that I've been reading, When the Heavens Went on Sale by Ashley Vance. This book is not at all related to personal development, but one of the quotes from Chris Kemp, CEO of Astra, resonated with me. He said, "Everyone needs four things: your purpose, some other person to share life with, yourself so that you're okay being on your own, and then friends and family. If any leg of the stool comes out, you're wrecked." And thinking of this balance as a stool, your relationship with your purpose, your relationship with yourself, of course, your relationship with your friends and family, really helps you visualize how important it is to make sure that all of these areas are in good standing. Seems like over the past 6 months, I've really been thinking about my life's purpose and what direction I want my life to take. I'll explain more about this in a future video, but for now, I'll leave you with one question that I've been asking myself. If you already have the thing that you're chasing, what would you turn your attention to next? I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.